Okie schmoky, today I'll make a different guide of a new strategy, well, a different strategy, not a new strategy, but it's an overpowered strategy. And one thing I'll do is, I will disable Witch. I think Witch is horribly weak, like it's utterly weak and so hard to make a build. Maybe we go for Flame, alternatively we can also go for Storm. Because Storm has some nice things, but most of the things about Storm are bad. I'll try it out. So we have these starting options. I added back in the luck, because luck is for us quite good, because the strategy is the following. First, okay, we have a money star, that is not bad. The strategy is, you just level up twice, and you go up as fast as possible to level 3, and then you look for one carry item. It's always good to look at the shop there, because there could also be an epic in there with 1% chance. Income. Now it's 10% chance, and we have our carry item. Welcome to the winner game. The Mythic Rod gains 5 damage every time it attacks. And what are carry items? Carry items are something like Venom Strike, Mythic Rod, anything that can pretty much win you the game. Also Venom Ring, you can actually get that this early, but you don't want to pick up components. So, for example, cooldown, you ignore that. Elven Orb, you ignore that. You ignore all of these. Storm Starter Shop. Oh, that's not a storm, but still. You ignore all of these things that just give you, like it would make your carry item better, as long as you don't have the carry item yet. Now, what is the next goal? The next goal is that we level up as much as possible. I will roll because we have the value potion and we could get another Mythic Rod. Low chance, but it's possible. Okay, we go for the cooldown. Flawless. Now we can pick these up. These are support items because we have our carry. And we are looking for another Mythic Rod that we can double scale the crit. And the only focus is level up to get a lot of HP so enemies can't beat us. We have enough time to scale and we go crazy. This is my favorite strategy to get a lot of wins in the game. But some people said it's no longer really possible because enemies, they scale up way faster than they used to. But let's take a look at this in this game, right? Okay, so we're looking for Mythic Rod. I will roll right now, but the moment we are at 52 gold, I will level up. Probably the only thing I would care about is multicast that I would buy. Perfect. We did it. So now we have the maximum crit scaling. I'm now calm. I don't even need to upgrade them anymore. Like right now, I really just want to level up and that's it. And you may notice we have so much damage, even a shield build, that usually you may struggle with damage-wise. This one deals like 360 damage on average, I think. No, wait, it's less. It's like 280. Something, okay? Huge. Gain 16 gold every single day, pretty much. You know, permanently experience. And we just want to level up. This is not enough to level up again. So what I can do is, we can roll a little bit. And we can look for the lot. That was already it. We had one roll in us. I was looking for the Lost Fragment because then we can cast the Dreamcatcher multiple times. And it's very important that you get the cooldown finish down to 0.5 seconds. In 2 times speed, so 1 second here. Flawless. This would be an amazing item, but for this we first need to get the multicast item. Sadly, all of these are cheap. I want to level up again, and I will do that. I could actually triple you. And I think one thing we'll also soon pick up, perfect. One thing we'll soon pick up is the crit item. Okay, nice, 30 gold, I like it. You're out. We just don't care about it. I like to sell things right away instead of keeping them, because they just distract me. We're about to be done with the cooldown, so this is wasted. Okay. Yeah, I guess we just look for the crit item. I may have... And we are not rolling anymore because of the cost. I may have missed something. Mate, you need to level up. You can't be that level this late. What did I want to say? Oh, I may have missed the staff that you put on the top to give it multicast. That can just happen. So level 7 has the best odds for epics and legendaries, meaning now we are looking to finalize our build, and after that we just level up to 20,000 HP. Best case, you get that before day 11, because there you gain 5k HP. But usually in the game, when you reach 20,000 HP, you get way less HP out of the level ups, right? So if the guy happens first and gives you 5000 HP right now, then you can't go easily above 20k, but with that you'll go above 20k. Yeah, that sucks a bit, but we can use that still for multicast on this guy. Look at the damage we are dealing. Now I have to make a decision if we want to finish crit or if we want to finish the cooldown first, and I think I'll go for crit. Because crit is out and it allows us to move the staff around. I like that a lot more. We will level up, as I said. And we just continue. We don't really need to find more of the Mythic Rod. Like, yes, it's nice, but we don't really need to. And we're done with the crit. Perfect. That means we are free. And we are also done with the cooldown. So I can do something else with this. First we'll roll a little bit to see what we find. This is actually quite nice for something else. Yeah, there's the something else. So I can remove the cooldown because it's almost done, but every 3 seconds this will give +1 multicast to this, and it, like, did you notice? I should maybe talk about that. But whenever I do an option and there's more to do, you can think about why do I not do it? Why didn't I buy more of them? Because it still gives us a chance to find right now the Nature's Call and use the potions, but if I buy one more of them, I don't have enough. If I only buy one of the potions, I'm kind of wasting potential, right? So yes, it is a gamble, but the alternative was we just finished the cooldown, which is also nice. Here's the guy with the 5k HP, so we pretty much wasted the HP. Yeah, like you'll notice we pretty much get stuck on 20k. Like we only got 2700 HP there, which is a lot less than what you would usually get if you go from like 10,000 up, I think. I'm pretty sure. Okay, that is very good. Mythic Rods, I will go for these guys. If we still had cooldown, I would now give this cooldown reduction, like just put the cooldown below it. But I will upgrade this once, and then we just pick up the Mythic Rods for the case that we lose a fight many times in the future where we get bursted. That we have more growth. But this is the better one here. But we don't go for another 3 of them, this is just too expensive. We want to finalize the game. Okay, and we have 2 more lucky rolls left, so it's very likely that we'll actually find one of them in those lucky rolls. Here we have someone who's doing exactly the same thing. They only messed up big times. You're not Elven? When? What? I'm 99% sure that thing was Elven in the past. Not that it matters, you don't need that for that. But yeah. Okay, we didn't get it, but there's a lot of money. We can technically go... we could go for a triple. Oh, I should actually do it. Because I need the money to roll. Funny enough. Okay, come on. Flawless. See? It's skill. Skill. You know what? I'll use this, in fact. Because now we can sell this. We can roll a few more times. Or we just go for the amulet. Because that multiplies our crit damage. Oh, but I wanted to roll... You know what? I'll roll. I feel a 3-star potion incoming. Do you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Do you feel it, Mr... That would have been so amazing if that was it, right? Okay, that was nothing. Would have been really cool though, right? You gotta agree. And we will do a few runs of this until I get tired, like not as long as before. I'll just show you a couple of runs that you can take a look at them, so we have luck this time. I actually forgot what we had the last time. And we do the same story again. Now one thing that I'll tell you is, there are scenarios where you see a good starting shop and you just go for it. So usually I wouldn't do this, that is actually technically a carry item. Yeah, I'll go for that. Okay. So the reason this is a carry item is debuffs in this game are insanely valuable and there are many ways to multiply the debuffs that you put on the enemies. So having this one here can be a carry item. The problem is it's more of a support item, right? So I just spent 40 gold, I didn't level up, so I have missing HP, I have missing income, because each level up gives you 5 income. I'm sacrificing a lot to buy this item, so if I now don't find what I need, something, I have a problem. Ouch. Ouch. I told you we need a carry item, and believe it or not, this is actually a carry item. It looks stupid, but you give it 4 debuffs, so it gains 8 damage whenever it attacks, and the moment you can give it multicast, it just goes crazy. It's just, like, the problem is it's not permanent, you know. We'll go for the goblet here. I'm not feeling the rules right now. We have another one. This is also an insane, but it's, we would need to turn it to arcane. Let's just stick to the plan. Okay, that's very good. We have crit here, that is also amazing. So we'll pick up the crit. Crit is always important. We just, we kind of don't really want to win instantly. Now we give you the debuffs that you also grow. They grow each other, funny enough. Yeah, never mind, forget about it. I could have done it for 1 round, but if we got cooldown here, this would have been amazing. There is a chance for glory, and I think I'll do this. This is pretty much a 25 gold item, like the value of it, but we'll transform it and see what we get, because we could get cooldown, we could get anything, even a common useless item. That's gold. It's something, you know, we have nothing to do with the slots, so why not try it out, right? So you have all of your debuffs, look at its damage, do you see that? And now imagine we give this multicast, or we lost that really. Now imagine we give this multicast and all of the nice things in the world. We don't have enough crit, so I would need to sell this. Yeah, I'll do it. I want the level up, we need more time in the fight. And hey, we make a little bit of money. It's not the 15 the goblet would have made, you know. So, that's kind of a meme if you think about it. Should have exchanged them, by the way. Granny could be Elven. That is, like, that potential is already good enough that I'll go in there. Okay, Lucky Roll is interesting. Holy is insane. So, Holy is insane because it allows you to multi-trigger things like crazy. But we need to find it, and this is not worth it. We also need to find a weapon before we level up too much. Well, there we go. Perfect. So now it gains 8 bonus damage, but we still don't have cooldown on it. We do have multicast, but we'll put this on this guy. Because right now we are still in a chiller mode. And we need cooldown. The moment we get cooldown, we change this. We no longer do debuffs then. And we just multicast this, then we finish fights faster. Yeah, we don't need you. We need cooldown. This is also an option, by the way, to deal a lot of damage with this, but we don't have the other things that we require. Come on, give me the holy. You're only arcane. That is insane. Okay, you're out. You're in. The crit is still doing its job. You know what? I'll just scale the crit for 1 round to guarantee that it's done very soon. Otherwise, we have to wait for too long. And luckily, they are not that strong. Like, yes, they will easily win. With 1 multicast, by the way, we would have won that. But yeah, we want to finish the crit, because I need these spots that I can move it around to trigger the holy. No way. So, do you have any questions about the power of this, by the way? Like, I'm not saying the enemies had an insane build, and it was a huge upset that we won, but they had like 8,000 HP or so, right? Now, with this, we can actually go for another item, the Shard Fang, or what it's called. It's a dagger that triggers whenever you apply bleed, and this will generate us money then. But I need a holy item. This run here was a little bit less consistent because we relied a bit on RNG. But there's calculated RNG in the game, as in, if you know your outs, it's not that difficult. You know what you can do and what you can't do, but this is the problem. I can't tell you like a scenario for every single item in the game. And do you see this power? This is absurd. Yep, we 3-star this, so the damage becomes permanent. And that is a game-winning item. More money? Sure. More money? Sure. Please give me the Shard Fang. You didn't give it to me. We do have an extra charge though, and that is nice. Which I have to sell if we get the holy item. Didn't get it. I really need to level up, my HP is way too low. I'm just gambling right now a little bit, because if we get the holy item, we can burst the enemies out of existence. We don't need a lot of HP then. Cooldown. We have enough life that I can do this, and the main problem is, you get to a late point in the game, eventually, And then you'll realize, wait a second, everyone is just one-shotting me. What went wrong? And that is what went wrong. You don't have enough cooldown to get started. So yes, we are sacrificing life, but it's pretty much to lock in the late game. And keep in mind, this will be a 3-star with permanent damage scaling. So the moment it transforms, we are just done with the game. We are super powerful. Multicast. Okay, I'll take it, but I'm not a big fan. I am a big fan. So we'll give the multicast to this guy. There are alternatives, like the Lost Fragment, for example, that it gives 2 multicast at once. So it ends up with 3 multicast, right? Like it casts 3 times. But it needs to wait 4 seconds. And the whole point of this is that we get it down to 1 second. Well, that is all of the cooldown we could ever need. So the cooldown is just out. We'll put it here. We put this in. We are happy and set. Should probably give this the cooldown. But do you see the power? It's a 3-star now, and it will always keep this damage. There was a small one, right? No, I need to pay full price. Oh god. It's fine. I wanna give this cooldown. And the rest, honestly, I don't care. We just wanna level up. At this point, I would still take the holy item if we find it. But what I should actually do is, and I completely forgot about this yet again, we should go for the crit item, the Frosty, that multiplies our crit damage. But do you see that? Mental. And this is one thing, no matter how many guides you watch, if you don't play the game and learn a feeling for the game, like no one can help you with that. This doesn't even pay back its money, I just realized, because now we deal too much damage. So the book is just wasted. I mean, it was good for some time, for the chance. Many times you just do a lot of things for the chance of something. I'm gonna sell it now. There we go. See? The moment I sold it, we were happy. Still looking for the holy item. I should level up though. We may have... Oh god. So... talking about outs in the game, right? If I showed you this, and then I showed you this, would you have ever thought that this would win? Like, let's be honest, right? This is a common item 3-star. This is a legendary 3-star. These are insane swords. Do you think this would have ever won? But that's what I mean. We have the crit damage, right? We are very strong. We played into our outs. We have 10,000 less HP. And we still won. The power of the right decisions. What do we do now? I could max this out. I think that is the best way to go in case we lose now. Nice potion, by the way. But hey, it's another out to win the game. Remember the talk about the 1 second cooldown, how important it is? I'm not saying they would have won against us, but they didn't even have a chance to begin with. And I think that was also the reason the sword build that we won. So we continue. Same strategy yet again. This is not the only strategy in the game. I have another guide where I did a typical start where we just bought the 15 gold items and then went to level 3 on day 4. Beautiful. Someone understands me. Now they are a lot better off because all we got is 10 gold and they got luck, you know. And on day 3 you start rolling with 3% luck, I think, because you get 1% right before that. Meaning you have a good chance to find a lucky shop and get a carry item. Yep, no carry item in here. We'll lose this. And I always go for income. Maybe you have a different thing you prefer, but I like income the most because every single day that will have an impact. We could go for a simple triple. Elven Orb, again, you don't want to pick this up without having an item that you know that you want to go for. And we have a really good item here. I'm not sure if this is a carry though. This is a newer item, you know. I don't know them too well. But if we do that... Okay, there is actually a crazy thing we can do with this. Oh, but that is wild. Now, this is not something I would suggest to you, but this is a weapon that gets a decent amount of crit, right? So if we have the Warhorn, and we get the Warhorn this early, that was day 3 Warhorn, most enemies will not kill us in time, so it will trigger, and meanwhile we work on its cooldown, and this will also help to trigger this like crazy. So I think this is a legitimate strategy, it's just very dangerous. We will go for the goblet. We put the warhorn in, and now the goal is to just level up as much as possible, because we need to find the reduction items. You don't have crit? I could actually scale the crit of this with the crit item in the game, but I don't think we'll need this. Like, look at the damage we deal now. That's insane. Do I just level up again? I feel like I can afford it, but I also feel like I should get something else. Do I really want to go for the warhorn? Or do I just go for the amethyst bow? Because this will trigger the amethyst bow and go crazy. Yeah, it was a nice idea. You know, I'm not saying I'm consistent with these. But you have to make a decision what makes the most sense for you. And the warhorn is just really unstable. 50 gold. That is sadly not enough for this one. We could go for the money book. Because we can go for the shard fang. Sure. That is one possible out. Like, to win the game. Just get enough money that you can finalize your build, and then we'll shift the build again. Shard fang is kind of rare though, but we are building up a lot of bleed, and they usually can't deal with that. Bleed is a very, very strong stat if you shoot as much as we are doing. Now, one thing we have to be careful with is which bows we put in, because it triggers a random bow, right? So if I put in another bow that is not that good, there could be a problem. Here we have a difficult decision, whether we upgrade this, which is very good, or we get experience, but I gotta say, I just wanna win, because I feel uncertain with the strategy, so I will upgrade this, it gets 1 bonus shot, and it gets 2 bleed. So instead of applying just 2 bleed, it was 2 shots with 1 bleed, it now applied 6 bleed, and that is a very big difference. There's not a bow, but that is... Oh, that's actually a really good bow. Because it uses the bleed so well, you know. Nah, I don't think that's necessarily what we want to do. We do have multicast here, but I don't see a world where we use that. We got it. We got it. We just did it. Now watch this. Watch our gold. It won't be like 50 gold, but it will be a very decent chunk. Oh, we lost. We won. Easy. 29 gold. Hey, that's a huge bonus. Like, we only get 75 income. Another bow. Now, the issue is... this can trigger the wrong bow, and I'm not sure if I want to keep in the bow. Yeah, Wait, how do we... which one is better? Do we just gamble? Like, in an optimal case, it always lands on this. And if it lands on this, then... Okay, in 12 seconds, we trigger this 3 times, right? So... if we do that, oh, I want to have as many attacks with this as yet, let's just do it. I'm pretty sure mathematically it's better to not have that in there. You know, but now we have even more Shard Fang triggers, which gives us more money, and that is good. It may just lead to less damage overall, but it should be decent. Plus 2 HP means we have 1 bonus life. Another money book is perfect, we just level up, because that's all we need. We do have a crystal trigger. And I could actually switch over to crystal triggers instead of the launcher. I could also do something really funky. Which is selling this and buying this. Just to trigger this even more. You know why? Because, again, we love that this guy triggers just this bow, but we didn't have enough money now. But now we have a bonus trigger for this, and it applies bleed on its own, which also triggers the Shard Fang. So our Shard Fang will just go crazy. Do you see that? Look at the gold. And we don't even care whether we win or not. We may actually win, because bleed stacking up is crazy. It deals a crazy amount of damage, but look at the gold. And this gives us so many options. This has an insane outcome. This could freeze the enemies, but I will go for the insane outcome of the cursed item, because we have so much money that we can gamble a little bit, which is the debuff item. We actually got it. We also got this, which is kind of crazy. Wait, are you not just better? Hold on. I wanted this because we give this more debuffs, so it applies debuffs on its own, but it can't get bleed, which kind of sucks. But isn't this kind of the perfect item for us? Yeah, let's do that. So you would be placed in here, you're probably removed, or the money books are removed. Well, that is one solution. I just noticed I messed something up. Let's put that here. You know what? You're out, you're out. And then we just get the emerald sword. You are a crystal, right? Yeah, it's a crystal. This is such a wild build. For the future, I'll take this. Perfect. Money book. We can go for cooldown. Now, the fights are usually over very fast, but cooldown is still nice. Because we want to multicast this a bit more. It's not that important, though. Perfect. I can't even afford that. That's how rich we are. Do I want to do this? Because technically speaking, if I want to maximize money, which I want to do right now, then the money book is just better. Yeah, I like this more. But look at how much we are building up. It is slow, air, but take a look at the money, right? And again, bleed is very powerful. I think many people just underestimate the actual power of it. Maybe because they had some failed runs. We'll go to 20,000 roughly now, that we get the most HP out of it. Like, this is not perfect, but it's good enough. And the reason we are building this up is we will multi-trigger the start of combat effect the moment we need it. Okay, shiny. Let's check it out. You're useless, but that is bonus money, I guess. Not really, kind of. Midas Diary. I don't think the fights last long enough that we could do the Elven Orb in case we get it, but we didn't get it to begin with. I should have taken the Poison Potion. Yeah, perfect. Something blue. There are some nice things, but not that many nice things. Cooldown is probably the best one for... Oh my god. We just got multicast. Okay. Another one. That is income is the problem. That is actually really important. I could sell one sword because we get so much more money out of this, yeah. And it means more than just that, because I can also put in you, or I can put in another dagger, which I think is the better way of doing it. This would give this more multicast, but I like this way more. It's completely busted. 5k HP, okay, you're just instantly dead, but look at the money. And now we have more income. We have 164 income, which is insane. Duplication is beautiful. Luck is okay. Potion of Appearance is really good. The reason is we want to have as many of... I could have put it on this, but we actually don't care how much it has, you know? Like how much bleed. We kind of care. Maybe... Maybe I'm wrong. There is a good chance I'm wrong. There is actually a really good chance I'm wrong. I'm not exactly sure, because getting the shard thing is absurdly important. Because we will just put in multiple shard things, you know? Okay. We don't care about these. We don't care about these. We have one more. Alter Schwede. Okay. Yes. Another one. Oh. I will put you in, but you're not the best thing we could do. How's your cooldown? 3.2 seconds. That's horrible. But now it gets more multicast. Do you see that? You know what, I like this run enough that I want to finish the build. Like, we'll not do everything, we'll just finish what we have right now. Okay, let's get the sword in. Cooldown, lucky rolls. Red could be a 3-star potion, could also be you, nice. Special present I think can also have a lucky roll. Mimic Rod, yeah, the fights don't last long enough for that. We go for crit, I guess, on you. Nothing lasts long enough. Like, we can't even build up the Elven Orb. Okay, duplication potion. Nice, nice. And we'll not finish the run. Like, we'll just play enough that I say, okay, I had enough. Whew, this is not bad. Permanently gain 15 multicast. That's actually really bad. So I think what I will do is we will go for the Amber instead. Because the Amber gives us bonus bleed on this. And we need bleed. Alternatively, permanently give your crystal items plus 4 bleed. That is insane. Okay. We found the one that we go for. I would really like to max you out though. We just have to find one more. Or that also works. Okay. Maybe we go for multiples. We'll find cooldown eventually in the shop. So you get a 3-star because that is a lot of bonus. Now we just have to find this one and that could be a little bit difficult. Do we need a second one? Do we want a second one? Instead of the money book eventually? No. We will replace this. Yeah. Let's just level up and go. Isn't that insane how much damage this deals? And we were so close to that, right? We actually had most of our items just parked in our inventory. Do I want to? Yes. Yes. Oh, there's no cooldown in here. Perfect. Perfect. I want to get this going ASAP, so I will use the potion on it if we don't find it, but we just naturally found it. We are about to be done with the build, so what we can do is Potion of Appearance on you. Let's finish that. And then our build is done. We'll play maybe 2 more fights and then we are done. Beautiful. I just remembered something. The dagger that we used in a video recently. The poison dagger, nice. The poison dagger, this one, it is a crystal item. So it applies debuffs 4 times. Every attack. But it doesn't have multicast is the issue, I guess. But that would apply a lot more bleed. Instead of... Do I actually switch over to the dagger? Well, you know, perfect. You know what I need. This is so bad. I need to give it multicast now. Okay, let's go. Like, this will apply so much more bleed than anything else. It's gonna be completely crazy. Okay. I just need a few more. Okay. We don't care, I think. Maybe I should... Nah. Okay. We got it. So now it applies all of the debuffs that it has 4 times. The only issue is we need to work on its cooldown. I will still go for the income right now for a moment. And another issue is we don't cast this enough, but you may have noticed, it still triggers enough that it goes crazy. What do we need? Do we need a potion of appearance? No, right? The only thing we need is the 3-star potion. Okay. Apply 5 extra. I don't care. Let's go for money. I feel like money will be better. We don't need damage right now, and money allows us to grow our damage a lot more, but we are about to be done. I keep saying that, I know. Lucky roll? No. That is a very good one though. We could get the Royal Teardrop Potion, or we just go for cooldown, which is also nice. Poison is also not horrible if we get that. That was a big poison, that is a big poison, holy moly. Let's always put it on the Shard Fang, because no matter how much these at the top trigger, Shard Fang will always trigger more, right? So it makes the most sense to give it Shard Fang. Honestly, I should have put it on the Poison Dagger. I realized it a bit too late. I don't think it matters all too much, but yeah. Okay, cooldown perfect. We don't need that much more. Flawless. Are these only different potions? That's insane. Did you see how fast it was? Like, now that we start triggering this earlier, the fights are so fast over, and that is the power of cooldown. It's not the first time we talked about this here, today. I think I just want to 3-star these two and then we are done. Maybe I won't even go that far. Maybe I also just stop the moment we lose the first time. Yeah, the moment we lose the first time, or when these two are free start. Let's do it like that. There are other ways to give this a crazy amount of debuffs, by the way. I just can't be bothered. We have our build. We are happy with this. Multicast, very good. Isn't it already permanent? You're only 3 times, but 3 times 6. 3 times 2 is 6. 12. So currently triggers 12 times. And we need 1.7, so 17 is our goal. Which means we just need a tiny bit more. When is our first loss, I wonder? Okay. I'm happy about all of the triggers, but how about a 3-star potion? Sure. Sure, buddy. Keep your secrets. Okay, so here's the issue. The book doesn't do anything anymore. I may as well just replace it with one of these, that we get more bleed. And I think I'll do that the moment I come across one. There we go. Yeah, it was very ambitious to give it like the 3-star potion. I'm gonna admit that. Perfect. Now I kinda wanna have something else in there. Another 3-star potion. Perfect. What is a final item we could put in that would round out the build? Crystal Elven. There's not really anything we can do. Yeah, I think, you know what? Wheelchairs do this. Oh, I should do this. But we get way more bleed this time. But just vibrated there. Things randomly vibrating. You know what? I'm happy with the build. Let's just play until there's our loss. Perfect. They don't get debuffs, you know. Okay, then I would say we do one more fight just to see the true power of this. And then we are done. Okay, but I would like to face an opponent that is actually serious, you know. That is a serious opponent. Because they have a shield that gives them a huge amount of shield. You're not on 0 cooldown, though. Oh, freeze. Nice try. Nice try, Bucko. Nice. Did I get points for that, by the way? Wait, did I get points? Who cares, right? No, we are not trolling today. Good. True. 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 I like the guy. I like the guy. He laughed when I crashed. You know, deserved. Deserved, my friend. You know, when I endlessly rolled for the Dark Orb, and then just, like, a fight later, it crashed. Interesting, but we are looking for a carry item. I don't even have all of them on my mind. There is one interesting combination, which is with the spear duplication, because you know how crit is overpowered, right? If you paid attention, I always went for crit. This one on 2-star gives itself damage, but it also gets crit. So what we can do here is, not only do we go for the frosty item, it multiplies the self-growing crit damage, but we also... Oh, that is the one that we have. I could give you more crit, but I don't really care. I will go for the rolls. No, but what did I want to say? Not only that, but Warhorn. Yes, insane Warhorn. So we are now just looking for Warhorn. And I really want to have this before day 6. Why? Because on day 6 there's the holy encounter. And keep in mind we have the triple encounter. In general it's always good, but here it's even better. If we turn the Warhorn holy, it will trigger like stupid and turn this into a nuke every few seconds. But we need to find it right now. That... Scheiße, do I actually do that? This is not a carry item, but again, we are right before the possible holy. Nah, I don't care. We are looking for the Warhorn. I may have to sell some of our items, maybe even both of them, just to get the Warhorn. Which is risky, and we have to think about whether I want to do that or not. Like, one of them I'm fine. Oh my god. That is actually insane. Okay, because we can grow both of them right now. That is completely crazy. What do we look for the recharges now, but they will kill the enemies really fast, so we have to be careful. That means I need dark, and they are purple items, so I don't want to level up right now. Pretty much. I hope we can win a fight. I don't think we'll win this, because the poison is a little bit too much for us. Why do you have a frosty orb? That is so random, I like it. Yeah, we'll not win this, but it was close. Yeah, we got it. Let's see what's in the box. Money, frost... Okay, we take this either way. There is something even more ridiculous that we could do. But this would need to wait until day 9, and that is wait unless... Am I stupid? Am I completely stupid? Because now I went for this, I can't do what I was talking about because I went in here. You know? I think I'm just stupid. I know there is a way to cook here. But it is a very dangerous way to cook. But we get a lot of these, right? So this one is out. As weird as that sounds. I know that's crazy. We need the elven orb. Shizzly dizzle. This is not what you should usually do, but I think it's about time that we do a little bit of entertainment, right? I need the elven orb. Oh no. This is why you don't do this, kids. Okay. Well. Let's go. We have a lot of damage, in case you didn't notice that. Like, we are strong, but we need to build up our build properly. I mean, to be fair, we got the holy, right? Like, we can just go for the warhorn, technically speaking. I just want to point that out. Oh my god, I hate you right now a little bit. The game is not working with me all too well. You know what? We are spear production now. Because we need the triples. I don't want to level up holy item. We got one component. Please trigger again. Perfect. Flawless. 2 lives. We have 2 triple chests. We have a chance for the elven orb. Now, if I get it, I actually really have to use my brain to figure out what I want to do. This is horrible. Not yet. Do we... No. Can't be that hard to find. Okay, Dex, what do you, what do you and how do you? So I think the way we'll do that is... Ja, scheiße. I'm trying to use my brain really hard right now, okay? Am I actually happy with this? Is there an alternative way to turn it even more crazy? No, right? Let's do it. I mean, there are probably a lot of ways to turn this more crazy, but we don't care. We need another potion though, we need a frosty potion. And I really wanted to have the elven orb, but if we didn't get a triple. I don't think we could have gotten a triple either way. Okay. Upgrade epic is something we could do. or we go for Random Blessing paying 20 gold. Gain a treasure chest, I hate you so much. You are such a loser. No one likes you. Why is it always both of them as well? As if it's not already bad enough. Give me the Warhorn. We could also just go for this one, you know, and just win. Like, wow, like boring people, you know. It's like, hurdy-durdy-do. Hurdy-durdy-do. Yeah, let's do it. That's boring. Hey, at least I explained all of the things, you know, that I have going through my mind, except for this setup, because I needed to think about if there's a way to make an infinite loop. In Oaken Tower, there are a couple of infinite loops. Like, for example, you can give the Holy Sigil Frosty, and you can give this Holy, and this will trigger this one, which then triggers this one, and they just do it to each other all the time. And this is why I was also considering, do I really want to lock this in? Because if I turn this Holy instead to trigger it, we can just come across a random Frosty Potion, and then we have that loop. But this is also infinite, right? If you give it enough multicast. So it's not that much different, but it is different. Charges? Well, that's too late. Okay, let's just finalize the build. That is all really good. Just to make sure we have enough growth. I need a bit more HP though, but not really, like, because we have so much burst. Oh yeah, I should probably go for the Frosty Crit item. Very soon. Flawless. We have 2 triples there, that means we have a very good chance to get the item that I'm looking for. That is a dangerous fight, but we still won. Frosty Crit item. Nope. Okay. Still not. That is a meme. So, I really want to upgrade this, and then we would just replace this. We could technically... Nah, let's not start messing around. We are already messing around like crazy. We don't care anymore. That is just overkill. Like, look at it. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear any single word. Don't you dare saying anything. I did it intentionally to make it a little bit more spicy. Perfect. Scheiße. Scheiße. It's fine. It's okay. Oh my god. I don't think we can do that. Yeah, there's no way. Oh, you made that Frosty. That is such a cool idea. And this is why you need cooldown kits. Or early triggers. Or just more HP to survive it. Let's check in the box. It's not in there. We should have a bit of money. 85. There it is. Now, a slight issue is, this only increases our crit a little bit, but of both of these, right? So it should be worth it. Yeah, sure. Just give me the stuff that I actually want. Give me the stuff that I'm here for. That's also okay. Perfect. Now the crit is 4 times, so that is a lot more damage than what it did before, but I would really like to upgrade this. Because that is more damage growth. Yeah, sure, I'll take that. That is strong. But not strong enough. Like right now, I'm expecting we could lose. So what I'm doing is I'm preparing as many items as possible that we can still finalize. So usually I would never try to 2-star this, right? But because we can lose one more time and then we still have a shop and we still have to win one more time. So we have at least 3 shops ahead of us. Like in total, the last shop, this shop, the next shop. We have a good chance to finish this if we lose the next fight. Which I would prefer to just win, you know. Okay. Looks good for us, but I sometimes don't know how much damage a build does. Yeah, the importance of cooldown is so insane, isn't it? Like, do you understand how much easier this would have been with cooldown? I will do one final game, but this should be a clean game. I don't want to do something weird and wonky. Well, that is one way to get a guaranteed triple, you know. Can we win this? I actually don't know. If this doesn't crit too much, we should be fine. Maybe, possibly. I don't know. I know against the hook alone, if it doesn't trigger, I think you win. But there's another item, you know. Yeah, schade. It is what it is. So, next day we buy this. The only downside is, it's like not guaranteed to be an item we actually want. Wait, you don't give both of them crit? That is interesting. Because usually I would say, either you give both of them crit or none of them crit, but doing it this way is a little bit weird. But hey, I don't complain about it, I'm happy about it. Income as always. Now we look for something. The problem is we are forced into 1 of 3 items, but I don't have to focus on them. And you know what? You're good enough. That is a lot of money. We can sell that for a lot as well. We are just looking for a carry now, but it will be delayed. That is funny. I could... No. You said you'll do a serious run. Mythic Rod would be the best one. It's not a big deal if we don't find it today, by the way. That happens more often. We just got lucky in the recording so far. This is not bad, but I wouldn't call it a carry, but it is actually really strong, especially if you get the duplication going. But not good enough. Oh yeah, right. I don't expect to win this, so I didn't even put this down here. Money. Sure. Okay, but now we need to get a carry. Rarely, really rarely it happens, and also today I don't find something, and then I become a little bit desperate, you know. We have seen so many amazing combos we could have done if we just picked up the items. That was a moon legendary. Not that we wanted, but it was there. Okay, I will admit I'm getting a little bit concerned. Okay, I'll just do it. I'm not a fan of it. And selling the bow there is a little bit of a meme, but we need to catch up as fast as possible. So this will oblige an enormous amount of bleed. We could have just had this right away. The issue is it's not a carry item, and I want to show you the strong items that you also know what to pick. This is not a strong item, but is it enough to win? You can win with any item in the game, you know. So that is one thing you should keep on your mind. You can't even turn something holy anymore. What am I talking about? They got removed out of the game. Oh. Okay. So now we are just looking for the crystal item on this, but I will go for any other out that we find. Soul Splitter is probably the most insane one, which is a legendary. That is honestly really good. Let's work on the cooldown. Oh, can I afford that even? I should probably just go for the Mythic Rod now that I think about it. 18? Yep. I'm sorry this is boring. What did I just do? What did I just do? I sold my cooldown. Oh no, I misclicked. Wait, what? Did I move them around and then sell it afterwards? God, Dex, you are sometimes so stupid, that is insane. That is actually abysmal. And they want to be in the front because they're projectiles, they have to travel over the stage. Okay, we need to find crit. There is multicast, but I need to find crit perfect. We all know how important crit is. I'm actually gonna keep the bleed. We want to get a little bit of crit first, then I sell this. But we need HP. Like, it doesn't make sense to sell this to have a longer fight, but on this HP, right? Well, it would have made sense there, but you never know what you face. That was evil. That was mean. The entire thing was completely mean. I had my cooldown already, I had everything going, and I just sell it. That's a nice build, I like it. Lots of money, but no shield re-triggers, you need that. Carmen, sure. We are so far behind right now, like I really hope we can win this game. But that was just Dex being stupid, you know. Can't really blame the game on that. Ah, it's good enough. Yeah, I'll do it. If the fight is long enough, which we hope, like on the last fight, it would have been perfect, we will just upgrade this automatically. The only problem is, we won't be able to multicast it anymore, but the next day I will do a deck special, which is, we just cast this multiple times. And we only need to find one more in the shop. And we need to get a Frosty Crit item. Okay. I like it. But because... Okay, the freezing is annoying because it gives them time to attack. But usually, this would be enough that we get, like, all of the copies. But now it won't be enough because of the 2-second freeze. Maybe the freeze didn't even matter. Sure. Perfect. I like it. Oh, that is a long fight. And we get our copies. Now we do lose a lot of damage, but we can gamble our HP for that. It's worth it because we get so much growth. And we may end up with a 3-star potion, which I'll definitely go for. So you're done. That means the crit is in. And now, hopefully, a 3-star potion. I could actually do that. It is dangerous though. Let's just use that on you. Then we get all of the... I should have went for this. We get you. We get you. And one more roll to see what's the last thing. And then I probably sell this. Okay, never mind. We actually got it. Now the fights are probably not long enough to make this work. So I needed it right now. Yeah, okay. But let's hope for the best. Let's see what happens. We only lost because we have a projectile, by the way. But this got upgraded, so that was already insane value. Oh, you never got cooldown right, and we can't afford to go for cooldown now. That was such an annoying run, I gotta say. Like, really annoying. Do I go? Yeah, we go for a 3-star potion. Oh, perfect. We will also go for the recharge. But we need to get cooldown for this. I should level up. I think the potion is worth it because we can multiply this. Nice. Dangerous, because we're spending a lot of money on them. Oh, wow. That was worth it. I have to sell these. So we sell you. I can pretty much sell this. We put you in. We do this. We do this. We do this. Do I wanna... I don't think so, right? Like, we are happy with this, yeah. Good. God, not having cooldown is so spooky. I need a cooldown shop. Multicast. Not bad. I have to Gamba for the cooldown. Oh my god, that is not what I need. Special could be interesting, like a lucky roll. We didn't get it. We don't need luck. I'll just get the money. Another special present could be a lucky roll. Is damage. Freeze a random item. That could actually save us a little bit. Sure. Ah, that doesn't work because too frosty. Right. Chest? No. But that is good. Copy. Oh, you're level 1? I thought you're level 2. Oh. Otherwise, I would have bought the other one that I saw. I will actually sell this. If we find it. That is a dangerous fight. That is a really dangerous fight. Man, not having cooldown is so bad, but we are so far behind, I just can't change it. Okay. There is actually a chance for glory. It's a cooldown shop, and do you see what's in there? No cooldown. Oh no. Okay, perfect. Beautiful. We still have this for a 3-star potion in case one appears now. Dude, Dex, you're a genius. Man, you're just a genius. I swear to God. It would be funny to lose now. Oh. Yeah. That was amazing. I did tell you what I want to do. I didn't explain it too much. The problem is I also need to think a lot for some of these things. Like, what are the outs and what we can do. And a lot of these things are RNG. But if you think about it, I named a lot of possible outs, right? And that one of them happens is not that unlikely. Especially getting cooldown would have multiplied our damage so much. We wouldn't have needed the 3-star potion. We would have just won easily. But this is the final one, so we'll do an Okie Schmoky fight just to check it out. But yeah, honestly, that was an amazing game. I like it. Jesus, you gave so much multicast to this. Like, this gave 12 multicast, and it only has to trigger twice. Look at the damage growth. Even if we face the shield build, most shield builds can't build enough shield. Day 16, you know, it really depends what they get, but usually you don't encounter these with the Dark Orb. And that was it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, see you the next time, and I'm out.